Welcome to today's calm reflection. We're just going to step away from the noise, the hustle, and the constant barrage of notifications for a few minutes to do something a little bit different today. We're looking at a very specific, incredibly practical lens from ancient wisdom, specifically Psalm 37, verse 5. And look, this explainer isn't about diving into heavy theology or complex historical debates. It's really about a practical mental shift. It's about finding a solid anchor when everything around you just feels completely chaotic.
Okay, let's dive right into this. The source text we're looking at today is beautifully brief. It says, "Commit your way to the Lord. Trust in him, and he will do this." That is literally just 14 words. But these 14 words actually offer a profound step-by-step roadmap for letting go of the daily anxieties that, well, tend to weigh us all down. It's basically a formula for achieving mental peace. So we're going to break down exactly how these ancient words act as a total antidote to our modern stress. Section 1. The weight of your path, carrying the burden. To truly understand the solution being offered here, we really need to look closely at the problem first. Think about everything on your path right now. You've got your career trajectory, your family dynamics, your finances, your health, your future, the whole shebang. And trying to micromanage, orchestrate, and control every single aspect of that path, it's an incredibly heavy burden. It leads to profound mental fatigue and emotional exhaustion. This brilliantly illustrates the contrast. Carrying your own path represents pure anxiety. It's this endless, exhausting cycle of trying to control the uncontrollable. But then, on the flip side, committing your path represents letting go. It represents true peace. And the invitation here is to make a conscious migration from the exhaustion of carrying it all to the peace of letting it go. Which brings us to section 2. What does it actually mean to commit? Handing over control. So how do we actually make that move, right? How do we cross that bridge? Well, it starts with the first major action verb in the text, commit. And what's really interesting about the practical definition of commit is that it isn't just casually asking for a little bit of help on the side. No, it means to entrust or hand over control completely. It is the active, intentional process of letting go of the need to manage every single outcome. From a mental health and daily living perspective, this is a massive shift. It's that exact moment you look at the complexities of your life and consciously decide, you know what, I do not have to be the general manager of the universe. You just surrender the steering wheel. Section 3. The power of trust, resting in assurance. Now, once you've made that active, pretty courageous choice to hand over the reins, you transition to the mindset of trust. The absolute crucial point here is that trust is the peaceful resting state that naturally follows the active choice to surrender. To trust means to rely on with absolute certainty. It's resting quietly in the assurance that you simply don't have to figure everything out yourself. Think of it like this. Committing is taking the heavy backpack of worry off your shoulders. Trusting is leaving that backpack on the ground and walking away fully knowing it's being taken care of. You aren't constantly looking back over your shoulder to see if things are falling apart. Section 4. He will act. The guaranteed promise. So why exactly can we walk away without constantly looking back in a state of panic? Well, it's because of the final, absolute, unshakable certainty of these 3 words. He will act. Notice how the text doesn't say he might act if he has time, or he'll think about it if you try hard enough. It just states it as a matter of fact. He will act. In these words, they completely take the pressure off of us to manufacture the final result. When you commit and when you trust, the burden of the outcome shifts entirely. The heavy lifting is literally no longer yours to do. The outcome is secured by hands much stronger than your own. Let's move to section 5, your call to action, a daily action plan. Okay, so how do we actually apply this ancient wisdom to our stressful, fast-paced mornings? Well, here is your one overarching action derived directly from the source text, and we've broken it down into 3 really simple daily steps. Step 1, let go of control. Actively identify what specific situation you are micromanaging right now and consciously hand it over. Step 2, trust. Remind yourself out loud if you have to that the situation is secure and you do not need to constantly monitor it. And step 3, rest. Just take a deep breath out. Stop trying to furiously engineer the outcome. Let go, trust, and just rest. And to help you put this directly into practice, here's a really short, calming prayer of surrender. Lord, today I let go of the control of my path. I choose to trust in you and rest in your promise that you will act. Amen. I highly encourage you to capture these words right now. Seriously, keep them saved on your phone. Because tomorrow morning, when the anxiety rises and that urge to control everything comes flooding back, and it will, pull this up, read these words slowly to just ground yourself back in peace. I want to leave you with this final thought today. Look honestly at your life right now. Look at the path you're walking. What specific burden, what specific worry do you need to completely let go of today? Don't carry it for another hour. Commit it, trust, and literally watch as the weight is lifted. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope it brings some tangible, lasting peace to your day. Episode deliverables and metadata. Central idea: finding practical mental peace and relief from daily anxiety by actively surrendering control of our life's path and trusting in a higher power to handle the outcomes, based on Psalm 37:5. One action: identify one specific area of your life you are micromanaging and consciously hand over control, following the 3-step framework: let go, trust, and rest. Short prayer. English and original Spanish request. English: Lord, today I let go of the control of my path. I choose to trust in you and rest in your promise that you will act. Amen. Spanish: Señor, hoy suelto al control de mi camino. Elijo confiar en ti y descansar en tu promesa de que tú obrarás. Amen. Timestamps: 00 Introduction, a calm reflection on day 26. 030 The core text, Psalm 37:5. 055 Section 1 The weight of her path. 100 The visual contrast, anxiety versus peace. 145 Section 2 What does it mean to commit? 150 Defining the action. 235 Section 3 The power of trust. 240 Resting in assurance. 325 Section 4 He will act. 330 The guaranteed promise. 410 Section 5 Your call to action. 415 A daily action plan. 450 A practical meditation and prayer of surrender. 525 Final reflection. What burden will you drop today? SEO description: discover practical peace and let go of daily anxiety with this short, calming explainer on Psalm 37:5. Learn how to stop micromanaging your life, release the heavy burden of control, and find true rest through the simple, powerful acts of committing and trusting your path. Perfect for focused learners seeking a clear, structured approach to spiritual and mental well-being. Tags: Psalm 37:5. Let go of control, mental peace, daily reflection, surrender anxiety, trust the process, calm explainer, spiritual well-being, overcome worry, Christian meditation. Hashtags: let go of control, Psalm 37, daily reflection, mental peace, surrender, the explainer. Find rest, overcome anxiety. 60-second clip script. Think about everything on your path right now: your career, your family, your future. Trying to micromanage and control every single aspect of that path is an incredibly heavy burden. It leads to profound exhaustion. We constantly carry the weight of wondering, what if things fall apart? But ancient wisdom from Psalm 37 gives us a brilliant alternative. Commit your way and trust. To commit isn't just asking for help, it's handing over the steering wheel completely. It's the active process of letting go of the need to manage every outcome. And the result? The text says, He will act. It completely takes the pressure off you. So ask yourself today, what specific burden are you carrying right now that you need to completely let go of? Stop carrying it and start trusting.